It happens without warning. You're locked onto by an enemy fighter. The radar alert carries no emotion, yet it presses down harder than any human voice. The darkness doesn't hide you. It traps you. Every step you take feels like it could betray your position. Patrols are tightening around you, and the environment no longer belongs to you. Every leaf under your feet, every breath you take seems amplified. Your heart is racing, adrenaline flooding your system. But this surge doesn't give you control. It slowly pulls you away from it. You'll start to realize something critical. The real danger isn't the moment you're detected. It's the moment you believe you're still in control. In this kind of situation, judgment gets distorted, movements become reactive, and you don't even notice it happening. Over the next few hours, your objective is simple but brutal. Move through the area, avoid patrols, bypass traps, and somehow reach the extraction point. There's no room for error. Every decision you make directly determines whether you keep going or not. Then everything breaks. The missile alarm rips through the cockpit, and in an instant, tension turns into chaos. The aircraft shudders violently as the right wing is consumed by fire. Systems fail, heat, smoke, and noise collapse into a single overwhelming force. Fragments of metal and shattered glass tear through the air around you. Some graze your face, others slam into the cockpit walls. You feel something running down your neck, but you can't tell if it's fuel or blood. At this point, it doesn't matter. Survival overrides everything else. You reach for the ejection handle, a movement you've practiced countless times. But now your fingers slip once, twice, 3 times. The simplest action suddenly feels impossible. Then it hits you. This is what fear really does. Your body is still there, but your system locks up. Muscles stiffen. Your mind goes blank. Every procedure you've ever trained for vanishes. Fear doesn't make you faster, it freezes you in place. Your breathing becomes shallow, your vision narrows, the world fractures into pieces you can't organize. This isn't weakness, it's your brain taking over in the most primitive way possible, shutting down anything non-essential. Most people don't get past this moment. If you do, it's because you stop trying to think your way out and force everything you have into a single action. You pull the handle. The seat explodes beneath you, launching you into the night. In an instant, you're ripped out of a collapsing system and thrown into something even more uncertain. Freezing air slams into your face, the wind tearing past your ears. You might think you're safe now, but you're not. Gunfire still tracks you. You hear rounds slicing through the air, snapping dangerously close to your parachute lines. You've escaped one threat, only to enter another. The landing is brutal. You hit hard, roll, lose orientation. Pain shoots through your ankle, sharp and immediate. But you don't react to it. Instinct takes over, you stop moving. Completely, you press yourself into the ground, trying to disappear. Rain quickly soaks through your clothes. Your perception begins to narrow. The world shrinks to a few signals: your heartbeat, your breathing, the pain in your body. Everything else fades into the background. This is where most people make their fatal mistake. Adrenaline lies to you. It makes you feel faster, sharper, more capable than you actually are. And under that illusion, people panic, they move. But movement, in this environment, is exposure. It doesn't matter how good your camouflage is, if you move, you can be seen. So you fight the urge. You don't act. Not yet. First, you take back control. You regulate your breathing. Inhale for 4 seconds. Hold for 4. Exhale for 4 again. And again. This isn't about calming down, it's about regaining command over your body. Slowly, your heart rate drops, your vision stabilizes, your thoughts begin to reconnect. Now you observe. A distant ridge. Patrol lights sweeping across it. To your left, about a kilometer away, an abandoned village. To your right, a fast-moving river. And you, stuck in the middle of an open field, completely exposed. So you don't run, you disappear. Every reflective surface on you, your watch, zippers, anything metallic, you press into the mud. Real camouflage isn't about what you wear, it's about whether you belong in the environment. Anything out of place gets noticed. Color, shape. Movement, you find a shallow depression near the edge of the field and pull dead grass over your body. You leave just enough space to see. You're not trying to be invisible, you're trying to be irrelevant. You may remember stories of people who failed this. Someone hiding behind a tree, thinking they were safe, until moonlight cast their shadow across open ground. Patrols spotted it instantly, one shot over. At night, your shadow can expose you faster than your footsteps. You check your gear, half a bottle of water, one compressed biscuit, a dim compass, a signal beacon with barely any power left. This isn't inventory. This is your survival limit. You have to choose, move toward the village for water or stay hidden and wait. Every option carries risk. There is no safe choice, only less dangerous ones. You take a small sip of water, just enough to wet your lips. That's it. Water matters more than food. Dehydration slows your thinking, dulls your reactions, and eventually breaks your perception. The biscuit stays where it is, the beacon stays off. It has maybe 3 hours of signal. Waste it, and you're on your own. The night deepens. You move. Not quickly, not carelessly. Outer foot first. Shift your weight slowly. Avoid sudden pressure. No snapping branches. You breathe through your nose to minimize sound. Every few steps, you stop, listen. At least 30 seconds. Then move again. As you approach the village, you hear it. Footsteps. Crunching debris. 3 soldiers. Less than 20 meters away. No time to find cover. You drop flat, pull debris over yourself, and stop moving. Even your breathing becomes controlled, minimal. Humans rarely look down in situations like this. They scan forward, to the sides, not at their feet. They pass close, too close. You hear their gear shifting. You catch the smell of sweat, tobacco. They're within a meter of you, then they're gone. But you don't move, not yet. You wait, minutes pass. Only when you're certain do you lift your head. Inside the village you find a well. The water is murky but usable with filtration. You refill part of your bottle. No more extra weight slows you down, and slow targets get caught. Next obstacle, the river, cold, fast, dangerous. You don't remove your clothes. Wet fabric holds heat. Bare skin loses it faster. You use a branch to test each step, moving slowly, carefully. Eventually you make it across. Ahead, a narrow path through a valley. It looks like the easiest route, but it's also the most obvious. And obvious paths are where ambushes happen, so you avoid it. You climb instead. It's steeper, slower, more exhausting, but less visible. That's the trade. By the time dawn begins to rise, you reach the final point, a ruined watchtower, the extraction zone. But even here, you don't rush. Enemy jammers are active. A continuous signal would give away your position instantly. So you pulse the beacon. 3 seconds on, then off, wait. 10 minutes, again. On the third pulse, you hear it. Rotor blades in the distance. The helicopter, but you still don't move, not yet. You observe first, then gunfire erupts, cover fire suppressing enemy positions. That's your window, you run. Not in a straight line. You move unpredictably, changing direction, making yourself harder to track. Rounds strike the ground around you, sending mud into the air. Closer, closer, you grab the rope, hands pull you up. Inside, the doors slam shut, and only then do you feel it, relief. If there's one thing you take from this, it's this. Survival isn't about strength, it isn't about gear, it's about control. Control your fear, control your impulses, control your pace, observe, adapt, exploit. Out there, your only real weapon is your mind. As long as you're still breathing, you're still in the game.